All right, I got sound going all over the place. 1, 2, 3. Let's check it out. I was watching a video from Dave Dugdale's channel, and he was reviewing some sound stuff, and I thought, you know, I have all this Røde stuff. I have a Røde lapel mic, I have an NTG-2, and I have an older Røde VideoMic, camera top mounted mic. Let's compare those. Is this really that much different? So here's what I did. Up here, I have two shotgun mics sitting right up here. One's a Røde NTG-2, one's a Røde VideoMic Pro mic, also sitting there. They're at the exact same distance. I also have a Røde lapel mic sitting here, right here with this cord running up so you can see. I have both recorders. I have two recorders. They're both Zoom H4Ns, and the sound is set the same, the levels are set the same, the recording, everything is set exactly the same. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna compare all these. Røde, Røde, and Røde into two Zooms, same levels, same everything. I wanna know what's the best, and I have no idea because I'm not listening to it right now. I'm talking to you. So we're gonna do a comparison. I have this mounted here. It's a little hotter than the others because it's closer to my mouth. And then the shotgun mics, which are pointed right up here, they're about, I'd say they're about 10 inches away. I'm getting good clean sound from this. So let's do a silence test and see what we hear for each of these mics. Okay, it'll be interesting to see if we pick up something. I intentionally left a bunch of areas and doors open I gotta say, it's gotta be at least 30 yards away. I can just slightly hear a refrigerator running, and I did that on purpose. There's some ambient air noise with the AC running very lightly. And then there's obviously some noise. I think I just heard a plane going by. Now my ears can hear that. I don't know if these mics are gonna pick that up or not, because again, I have these mics and they're very directional at my mouth, and this is sitting right here. It'll be interesting to see. Anyway, I'm gonna do this comparison. I'll be cutting between the two and titling which I cut to. But just for one last test, let's do something where I say the same thing, and then what I'll do is I'll cut and I'll play the same thing as a fair test. It'll be the same ambient noise, the same thing I'm saying, the same video cut. So here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. 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 And I never understood what that actually was, except some chick apparently is by the seashore and she's selling seashells and stuff like that. And I guess people are buying them, and yeah, I wonder if she's still in business. So anyway, we'll see how this test work out. I hope that helps, and thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, I want to do a little shout out for, I don't know where else will be over here, these two guys. Here's what happened. One of them posted a comment on my recent Q&A video, which we're going to cover next week, all the answers to that my sound was a little muddy. And I was like, what? I don't have muddy sound. I know, because I run them through Audition and all these presets and everything. It's wonderful. And he said, well, it doesn't sound as good as, I asked him, compared to what? And he said, well, like Indie Mogul. And I was like, well, I don't ever compare my videos to something else because I just don't. So I went and watched the video, and sure enough, it sounded muddy. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? So I went into Audition, and I found out ever since I went to Adobe CC, although my presets that I have in there and my rack all the rack of things that I apply to my videos are the same. Everything was defaulted. So any of the sound things that I did and any of the, like I have some limiters and various things that punch the sound around and make it punchy and not so muddy, those were gone. They were all set to default. So thank you to, I can't remember who they are, those guys. I'll put it up there, both of you. I really appreciate it. I had no idea. Which, every once in a while, this is the lesson I learned, every once in a while when you're doing a video, go watch another video because you don't know what may have happened. You may go watch another video and go, wait a second, my sound didn't used to sound like that. It's a good thing to do. The other reason I sat and rambled on about that is because now I can switch between all these microphones again and get a real test. Again, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.
That's a wrap.
Yes. Here's another word of warning. If you ever decide to do a mic test, especially if you have 3 mics and you have a bunch of recorders sitting around, here's tip number 1. Turn the sons of guns on because they won't record if they're off. Great tip. Hope that helps.